Tonight, from State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. They've got all W's on the ledger so far, a perfect 6-0.
Yeah, still a long way to go in this season, but they're showing everyone early on that they intend to be there in the end.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. Off the play fake, Prescott. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Baron Browning buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
Got to hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early 2nd and long. Now Prescott. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Prescott. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 36. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And they'll be let out by their left-handed quarterback.
So no advantage in this game for either quarterback in terms of coming off that open week, huh?
Yeah, they both had buys.
Both had them, so you got to figure both of them went back, watched some extra tape, polished up their game, checked out their fundamentals, but they also both had an extra week to prepare for each other's defenses. This could be a whole lot of fun.
First carry for James Conner, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 34 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Here we go now on first and goal. They're going to look to throw. Touchdown! A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Extra point safely through. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. You look at this Arizona defense against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you are.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
13 yards the tally on the return there. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. The Cardinals at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
That ball caught by Harrison. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. From the 21, here's 2nd and 3. They run behind center with Connor. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
He'll drop to throw. Escaping. Oh, now a strip. He loses the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Out to his left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Cards lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
Oh, this is a great decision right here. Out of the pocket to his left, and he knows if he waits too long, the defense is going to be all over it. So he makes a decision to go and wins the race to the pylon.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Prescott. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On the ground, it's the rookie from Wisconsin. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Prescott now. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Room here to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down. Throwing. Prescott. Left side to Lamb. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. From the red zone now, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. 2nd and 5. Now a first carry here for their running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Looking to throw. Prescott. Now that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into it because they were there to help break that pass up.
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there. Relied on the big guys up front and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott from the gun. Finding Tolbert here over the middle. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jalen Tolbert, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys have cut it back within a score. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that'll make our score 14-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was finished off by a Jalen Tolbert touchdown grab. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute, but that's great work with the ball in the air.
there, never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. You look at this Cowboy defense. And they come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they are facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means this is going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 28. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And partner, they locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Connor up the middle. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14. They'll run here with Connor. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They'll try and run for it. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. His 4th rushing touchdown on the year, number 6 overall. And the Cardinals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So 4th and goal, their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't they? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? Because a lot of times in that situation, partner, we see teams try and roll the quarterback out, give him a little run-pass option, and treat it like a 2-point conversion play. In this case, they went with a little bit more power and got it done.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. Here's Prescott. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Garrett Williams. And the Cards are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 62 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
2nd and 3. Throw left side complete. That's Harrison. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. Here's a handoff to Connor. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Looking to throw. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Prescott to throw it. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Now the try here for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. From the 33, here's second down and 2. On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Prescott. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A great return there of 22 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. James Conner and the Cardinal offense ready to get back to work. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. The drive will start with Conner. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 5. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that. And that really chips away at your confidence.
Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Rolling to his right. Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 63 yards. And the Cowboys are able to cut into that deficit. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing right, and that's complete. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup of 38.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
2nd and 4. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Marvin Harrison Jr. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the route is on here in this first half. So that drive, 4 plays. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas first down. They'll look to throw here. Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. To the air again, Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Again, he'll drop to throw. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 31-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
A jet sweep. Here's Tolbert. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
First down, Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw here. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination.
Touchdown! CeeDee Lamb. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Cowboys are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Oh, wide open receiver. It's Harrison. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 33. 18 yards the gain for number 18. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And he'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Back to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 18 yards the gain for number 18. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great effort there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So this drive spans 7 plays. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Cowboys going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Final play of the half. Prescott. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on out to our studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, where it was the defending champs, the Eagles, who got the win on the road. Saquon Barkley, well over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run as well. Next, we head off to check out another game, and they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Ken Walker, a touchdown run in the victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they were losers in that one to the visiting New York Giants. Malik Neighbors, up close to 200 yards receiving with a touchdown catch as well.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. and able to get this out to the 25. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Returnable here from the 38. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. They'll drop to throw. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the 1st down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Now a toss here, short side. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And that will be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here. Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. And this is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Here's 2nd and 10. On Play action. They'll throw. They'll roll him out right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Back to throw. Able to get this one to McBride. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards to pick up, good enough for an Arizona first. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Now back to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Cardinals have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Now Prescott. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Well, that move's all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Prescott. That is caught, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Now Prescott. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. This is fielded at the 7 and out of bounds across the 15-yard line. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he edges forward but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw. That's complete to McBride. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14. He'll drop to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Dallas. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20.
All I remember from my experience as a defender, when the big fella gets the football, you've got to get on him early before he gets a chance to get up ahead of steam, because once he does that, he's going to leave a lot of tacklers in his wake.
And that time, the tackle by Malik Hooker. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 7. They'll run here with Dallas. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Dallas. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
He doesn't give many opportunities to carry it, so he's got to maximize. In this case, after dropping it like that, I think his number is going to go way down. What do you think?
Yeah, and sometimes those fullbacks, let's just be frank, they usually don't have the hands that the running back does.
And it's hard for them because they do so much blocking that a lot of times their hands actually get beat up in the process, and it's hard for them to hold on to the football.
Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Prescott now. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 45-yard line. Looking to throw, Prescott. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Here's Prescott. Left side to Lamb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Prescott from the gun. Being chased out left. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
Well, certainly happy they were able to force the fumble, Charles, but wish they would have gotten in the end zone, only getting 3 points there and still facing this second-half deficit.
And they also will understand it's going to be a whole lot tougher to force another turnover. For the rest of the game, because that offense, they're going to be all about ball security from here on out.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he's got this down to the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cardinals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
You think about James Conner down near the goal line, and you think about the 2021 season with his 15 touchdown runs. He believes he's as good as anybody down close, and he powers his way in here.
Now the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lamb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Prescott now on 2nd down. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Prescott. And this one quickly to Lamb. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And again, it's Prescott. And he'll go right back to Lamb. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Prescott fires a slant, completes it to Tolbert. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 19. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Prescott to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Cowboys are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Were you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on second down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation here.
They've thrown for 3 touchdown passes. Now here, I think they probably go back to the air.
Yeah, I think so, but ordinarily,
touchdown, Cowboys! From 4 yards out. And the Cowboys get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big play on the catch and run covering 34 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And he's going to take this ahead. Right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Well, they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
A first down throw for Prescott. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. Third and long for Prescott. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. And this defense rallies and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. And they pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 68 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Right back to him on 1st down. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Aubrey good with a PAT, and that will cut this lead down to 25. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The Cardinal offense takes back over. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this 4th quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Here's Higgins out on the right side. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big pickup of 38.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big 4th quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. On the handoff, Connor. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, that
was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing, Prescott. Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Prescott on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. This 2nd and 4. Again, he'll drop to throw. It's caught. Tolbert. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Right back to Tolbert. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll throw again. Prescott. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ferguson. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. But after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
We got 4. We got 4.
One last shot now for Prescott. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and a little bit of a surprise they lose the turnover battle but wind up winning the ball game.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for the Cards, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.